Welcome back to my Jeep 4-liter rebuild. This is just going to be a short video on me installing a brand new water pump onto the Jeep, so stick around. So this should be pretty easy because I have the engine out and I have a little stool here so I can just sit down and go to town. So that's what we're working with right there. Don't mind that rust. It's old, 1987. Yeah. So I started with putting on a brand new one of these, I don't know what they're called. It's this. Dorman makes it. That's the part number. The reason why I put a brand new one is because the ones that go on the 87s are different than these, and I got rid of the old water pump and threw it away with the pipe on it, so I ended up having to get a new one, which is no problem. Brand new. So I put that on first. I can go ahead and include a clip of how I did that right here. I'm going to get a little towel and just kind of clean that surface a little bit. But all we really have to do is just get this gasket. I'm going to cover both sides of it with this here, water pump thermostat housing gasket maker. For this pipe, I ended up using this. See if it'll focus. Thread sealant, high temperature. That goes on there, so you don't get any leaks on that. Make sure you save your bolts from your old water pump because the new one doesn't come with new bolts, so you're going to have to be reusing these old bolts. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so as you've seen there, I just went around that thing a whole bunch of times, torquing the bolts, until I finally felt like they were done being torqued down. And you really got to be careful not to over torque them, or definitely don't want to strip that thing or break a bolt or something. So I'm going to stop there. I'm comfortable with how much I torqued it. I'm sure there's a torque spec for this, but I was kind of too lazy to look that up, so make sure you do that on yours. But on mine, oh well, I'm just gonna go with what I think is good. So that's it. Pretty simple, if you ask me. You know, it's just a little bit of Permatex and your gasket and bolt it on. There's nothing to it. And I got this thing facing, I think, the way I want it facing for the hose. So I think we're good here. Now I could just let that dry, let this gasket dry. This thing's probably a week out from putting back into the vehicle anyway, so next we'll be working on getting the oil filter and all that set up and the dipstick back on there, and get closer to getting this thing back installed on the car. I mean, truck. Thanks for watching. Good night.